Hello pool players, welcome back to yet another video tutorial session from the Apex Predator Billiards Training Club. My name is Apex Elenio, your aspiring professional pool player and pool instructor straight out of the small island of Jamaica. Now, in our past couple of tutorial lessons, as I had mentioned to you before, I am very happy to be back with you here practicing. In fact, this video was made a while back, but I'm actually just getting the chance to edit this video for you and provide you with some valuable knowledge here on the topic of real cut shots. Now, in our last video, we would have looked at the 45-degree cut shot and the 60-degree cut shot and look at a visualization method on how to actually execute these shots with a certain level of accuracy and precision. If this is the first time here on the channel, do not forget to hit the subscribe button below, turn on your post notification bell, leave some positive questions and comments down below, and do not forget to share this out to your pool community. And you can of course check the link pinned in the description box below. You'll find links to all those other tutorials. Now, I have been on tour for the past month and I've entered quite a few tournaments, which is why I haven't gotten the chance to really do these lessons with you, but I'm happy to be back here with the lesson. And in today's video, we're going to be closing off this series with, in fact, the 30-degree cut shot video. Now, as you can see, I have some balls set up on the table, and on our last episode, you would have seen where we looked at what is known as the shot picture. Now, there you can see I'm moving my hands on the table to demonstrate with you that zone there where you have one diamond across from the short rail, one diamond along the one rail, and the intersection of those two diamonds form what is known as a 30-degree cut. Now, at the bottom of the screen, you see there in the last video where I was showing you how to execute that shot down the rail, you see here on the execution that the balls went straight into the pocket without barely grazing the rail. Now, of course, we're going to be extending that then, and we're going to be looking at yet again another 45-degree where we have two diamonds on the long rail, two diamonds on the short rail, and the intersection of those two diamonds, those two middle diamonds, will then form yet again another 45-degree. So again, at the bottom of the screen, you're seeing there where I executed both shots down the rail there for you. And of course, we can even make the shot picture a little bit bigger by then looking at when we have three diamonds along the short rail, three diamonds along the long rail, and of course you can see that the shot picture is a little bit bigger, but the angle of the pot is the same. So in this 45-degree cut shot here, at the bottom of the screen, you see where I'm shooting from the third diamond on the short rail towards the third diamond on the long rail to give you a successful pot. Notice that the cue ball travels right across the tangent line. Now, those are the thumbnails for those videos. You can find a link pinned in the description box below to check those videos out to have a better understanding of what I'm doing here on screen. Now, there are a few goals that I have set out for this video, and I'm going to be listing them as I go along. But one of the primary goals here is to give you an intuitive understanding of how you can convert your various types of aiming systems into an intuitive feel and sighting method that can increase the position or the percentage of your success. Now, notice there that you see me move the object ball, the cue ball, and you can see I've created the shot picture, which is basically a small right angle triangle. Once I've moved one diamond in from the middle diamond on the short rail to connect with the middle diamond on the long rail, moving one diamond in will bring me to approximately about 22.5 degrees pot here. Now, this is very close to a half ball hit, but it's more on the line of being a 5/8 ball hit, as you see being demonstrated here on screen with the cue ball object ball overlap. Now, once you can consistently hit, for example, in that start there, which is the poorest start you can possibly have here. I pretty much kind of went down. I had a little bit of a body movement in that stroke, so that wasn't the best start there. But I definitely have to be bracketing my skill ability, or my ability to find exactly where. Notice that I'm not going around to look at the putting angle. I'm getting down because I'm using the diamond referencing to aid me in seeing where on the object ball I need to hit. So this is approximately a 5/8 ball hit, and you can see that it glided down the rail beautifully without even grazing the rail. It just went down into the pocket, entered definitely towards the opening of the pocket there. Now, one thing that I want you to be aware of that you're going to be seeing consistently in the video is that the cue ball tends to traject towards the side pocket. You're going to see multiple examples of where I scratch, but remember that one of the primary goal is not to necessarily prevent the scratch, but is to actually get consistency in making the putt. If we know we're going to scratch, then we know we can actually adjust with a little bit of spin or adjust with speed. So that's the main aim. So do not mind the scratch, guys. I do have my number of attempts and the percentage of my success rate for this particular practice session here. Now I'm switching sides, and one of the most important thing when it comes to switching sides is that we give ourselves a chance to get used to the shot picture. Of course, some players, because they are right-handed, they prefer to putt balls towards the left. Left-handed players prefer to putt balls to the right. So you want to try to develop a feel, and you want to get comfortable with putting the same shot with the same shot picture from different sections of the table. So throughout this drill here, I'm going to be switching sides for every successful attempt that I have. Now, why am I doing it for so long? As you can see that we're 7 minutes into an almost 30-minute video, and you're seeing here where I'm doing this over and over and over again, because what I'm trying to do is to get my brain accustomed to the shot picture. Once when you get down on a shot, guys, and you start to feel that shot picture that I had highlighted earlier in the video, you're gonna of course immediately know where on the object ball you should aim. As I mentioned before, aiming from where I'm aiming at now, this is approximately a 22.5 degree cut, and it's approximately a 5/8 ball hit. So by switching sides and alternating sides in this drill, I'm giving the left side and my right side of my brain and my hand-eye coordination to get feel of the stroke. I want to be able to consistently get down on the object ball and see exactly where I have to aim. Now, of course, this is a reference system. When you're in the actual match or tournament and there's a layer of pressure, you're going to find it a little bit more difficult to execute the putt as successfully as I may be doing in this video. Once again, another clean putt there. This time it entered into the face of the pocket. It did perhaps graze the rail a little bit, but my shot speed, my stroke speed gave me or increased the percentage of the success for that putt. So as I said, alternating the sides, guys, will give you a good chance of your brain getting acclimatized to the shot picture. So that is definitely one of the goals that I want you guys to achieve when you're doing this here. Now again, I'm down on another putt, and as you can see, I'm 4 out of 5 attempts. I'm at 80% success rate. You would have seen in the last video where we looked at the 60-degree cut shot, my overall percentage success for that type of putt was 41%. And if you checked out the previous video on the 45-degree cut shot, you'd have seen where my success rate was 71%. So that's definitely something that you have to be aware of, because even though sometimes you have a shot on the table that you're capable of making, you've got to weigh out the percentage of doing these are shots that, as I said, not this particular one, but the 60-degree and the 45-degree has to be a shot where you literally don't have any other option. So it's somewhat of a low percentage. This one's a high percentage. As you're seeing so far, I'm already at 83% success rate. I've only missed this spot once. But the 60-degree cut shot, that's something that you definitely have to really make up your mind for, especially when you're in a tournament and you're under pressure. Once again there, you've just experienced yet again a second miss shot here. This time, I'm not sure what happened, but I may have just simply rushed the shot just to here. Maybe just kind of waited a little bit too long. Maybe my timing was a little bit off, but I got close. But close is not good enough, because remember, in a tournament, you only have one chance to make these types of putt. Bear in mind that the object ball should be a quarter to a half ball away from the rail. Of course, it's a more difficult putt when the object ball is frozen on the rail. And of course, it's a little bit of an easier putt when you're about a half to 3/4 balls off the rail. So remember, guys, that you have to take in consideration the proximity of the object ball to the rail. Now, so far we have spoken about getting acclimatized to the shot picture. Now we're going to be looking at the stroke speed. The professional players, as I've observed, just like Federer Gore, Shane Van Boening, FSR, all these great players, Albin Ocean, Ko Ping Yi, Kong Ping Chong, they do play majority of their shots with a specific speed, a stroke speed. Now, my stroke speed for this shot is really like about a 4 speed. And an example of a 4 speed is where you can actually, just give me a second here. I did have a little bit of an interruption from a patron. He was unaware that I was actually making a video. So I'm just making him aware now that I'm actually making a video. He just realized right now that he's in the camera. So, you know, I definitely know that if and when he sees this video, he's definitely going to be quite surprised. But I did experience quite a bit of distraction in this video, even though I still maintain focus and consistency. So as you can see, my videos are being done in a public space, which makes it even a lot difficult to get the success that I want, but it also improved my concentration and focus here. Now let's get back to what we were saying prior to that interruption there. I was talking about the stroke speed, and an example of a ball pocketing speed or stroke speed that you would use is where you roll the cue ball from the bottom of the short rail to hit the opposing short rail, come back down. It's like a lag, but when the ball stops, it should stop somewhere around the foot spot, like about here. That's the kind of speed you want to play these types of shots with. Of course, depending on what you're trying to achieve when you get this type of shot, then you have to kind of determine whether you need to increase your speed. But increasing your speed means that you're going to increase the deflection, and if you increase the deflection, you're definitely reducing the percentage success rate of the putt. So you definitely want to have this type of speed as being demonstrated here on screen. So I'm down on the 4 ball here. Everything is all set, eyes is locked in, object ball floats nicely into the pocket. But again, as you can see consistently, that this is a shot that has the high potential to in fact scratch into the side pocket. Now you might see on a few of the attempts already, and you're going to see it as we go on throughout this video, where you see that sometimes I do escape the scratch just maybe above the side pocket or below the side pocket just by a hair. But you notice that the percentage of me scratching is far higher than me not scratching. So it's something that you have to be very aware of by adjusting with a little bit of spin potentially, or a little bit of a harder speed. Now, a lot of the times why I may escape the scratch is how it enters into the pocket. Notice that one entered into the face of the pocket, so it had a little bit of an overcut, and by having a little bit of an overcut, I will come short of the side pocket like you see here. Now in an upcoming example, you see where I sometimes graze the rail going in, and then it goes above the side pocket. So in a second, you're gonna see that being demonstrated here. As I said, guys, I did experience quite a bit of distraction in this in the making of this video. As you can see, it's the middle of the day. All the young players, you know, the leisure players are out playing on the other table. Keep on practice with precision, accuracy, consistency, and control. Apex Elenio signing out. Goodbye.